This is Diane Heisig. I will be demonstrating on how to use a calendar table to enable time intelligence functions found on page 245 in chapter 10. To start off, I need to copy this first column, add it into a new sheet, and now I'm going to go to Data, Remove Duplicates. Duplicates have been removed, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some columns. I'm going to add year. I'm going to add weekday, weekday name, month, and month name. And I'm going to go ahead and add in some formulas to fill in my values. Not that. There we go. And now that I've got my formulas in here, these first, the year formula, the weekday formula, and the month formula all pulled in the numbers out of the date that you're seeing, whereas the text, the two text formulas pulled in the actual text that relates to that date. So now I'm going to go ahead, highlight the rest of my cells, and I'm going to use the fill action over here on the home tab and fill down to fill in the rest of the formulas in the table. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and hit Control T, create a table. I'm going to name my table Calendar. And at this point I can now go ahead and add these into my, add them into Power Pivot. So I'm going to go to Power Pivot tab, add to data model. That first table has now been added. I'm going to go to my sales information table, add that one to data model, and I have two tables in here. So I'm going to head and format my data so that way it's a little more appropriate. Get rid of the time and just have the date, and then I also want this as currency without any decimals. And from here I'm going to go to Design tab, create relationship. I want to have a relationship between the date columns between the two tables. So go ahead and click Create. And now I'm going to go back to the calendar table and the home page. I've got to make sure that the date function is selected. Go back to Design, mark as Date Table. Make sure the correct column is selected. Click OK. And now that's been created as a date pivot table. I shouldn't call this a pivot table. It's because obviously not a pivot table yet, but it is a table within Power Pivot. So at this point I need to make sure that the calendar table will sort properly. So I'm going to go back to Home, and I'm going to go under the Sort and Filter group. I'm going to find the Sort by Column, select that, and now I'm going to make sure, I need to also first select the weekday name column. Now I'm going to go back to Sort by Column, make sure that this is sorting by weekday. Go ahead, click OK. And the same with month name. Sort by column, pick the month. And now everything should sort properly instead of alphabetical order. And that is how you at least set up your calendar table. And these are the references I've used. That's my textbook and the source for my sample file for the data. Thank you.